Coming up on Fulton Today, Fulton health officials monitor the ongoing outbreak of tuberculosis in the county. We'll have a full report. And we'll take you to Charm School, not for humans, but for pets. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton County health officials continue to deal with the public health issue surrounding the recent cases of tuberculosis in the county. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has been following the story, and she brings us the details.
Shania, the number of active tuberculosis cases in the county has gone up. There are also more homeless shelters associated with many of those cases. So the county health department is continuing to work hard to find those people actively infected and treat them. Screen for tuberculosis, treat those infected, and educate the public. That's what the county's Health and Wellness Department does to stop active TB cases.
In high-risk areas like homeless shelters, we work with them on a regular basis, go out, screen their populations. They send people to us for certificates to get into the homeless shelters, and we regularly go out and have staff educate the volunteers and other people working in the shelters about tuberculosis, most importantly so that they can look out for people who may be exhibiting the symptoms.
So far this year, there are 47 cases of active TB in the county and 4 suspected cases. During the same time last year, there were 27. This year, 29 of those 47 cases are associated with 4 downtown homeless shelters, including 2 people who volunteered at the shelter. Anyone diagnosed with active TB is reported to the health department.
The health department then goes out, make sure that person is either getting therapy from their own doctor, and we monitor that, or we bring the people in and we give them therapy at one of our clinics in the health department. And we make sure the person is cured before they stop the therapy.
Health officials say it takes long-term exposure to be at risk for developing the disease. But those exposed can get sick years later when they have a weakened immune system. So the health department is making sure people who could be infected aren't spreading germs.
All cases of tuberculosis, either active or suspected, are taken out of the shelters and placed in housing, and we go and make sure that they take their medications every day. So there's no cases of tuberculosis that are left inside a shelter. We always take them out of that environment so there's no further exposure.
The most common symptoms include persistent cough for weeks, night sweats, and fever. So if you are experiencing any of those symptoms, you can call any of the county health clinics for more information on treatment and testing. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton's housing staff continues to schedule additional hearings to get citizen input about federal dollars for affordable housing. The 4 extra sessions focused on the federally funded 5-year consolidated plan. Affordable housing, neighborhood revitalization, jobs, and services for the elderly and homeless are included in the plan. For nearly a month, housing officials have listened as citizens listed their needs.
Well, we want citizens to know that they are an important part in this entire process. This is a participatory process which requires their input so that we can take that information and take it back to the commissioners so they can establish the priorities. The way they do that is by completing the survey form.
You can get more information about the program by calling the Housing and Community Development Office. Fulton police remind residents and businesses about the dangers of officers responding to false security alarms. Now, the calls not only waste time and money, but they also put the public's safety at risk during a real emergency. Lieutenant Scott McBride is with the Fulton County Police Department. Sir, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about these county ordinances that deal with the security systems for homes and businesses.
The Fulton County False Alarm Ordinance is an ordinance written by the Fulton County Commissioners back in 1997 that require businesses and residences who have had 3 false alarms to register their alarms. The actual ordinance itself can be found at www.fultoncountyga.gov. Click on the police department and then click on false alarms.
And so what is considered a false alarm, and are there fines?
A false alarm is an alarm that has not been canceled by the time the police get there, that was not caused by electrical damage by either a lightning storm or power surge, that has written documentation to prove there was such damage, or an alarm that was not activated on purpose for the purpose of bringing the police to the location for an emergency, or an alarm that was activated by the fire portion of the alarm system. On the third false alarm during a calendar year, a fine of $50 is assessed.
And can security system owners appeal those fines?
Yes, an alarm owner can appeal a false alarm charge. They have 10 days from the date they receive their false alarm report to file that appeal with Fulton County in writing.
And finally, Lieutenant, tell us the real problem when dealing with these false security alarms.
Well, the problem with false alarms is they divert officers away from real emergencies and also from patrol, which is designed to lower crime in a neighborhood. We get quite a few of these alarms, and they take quite a bit of our time away from actual police work.
Lieutenant Scott McBride with the Fulton County Police Department, always great information. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you can get more information on the county alarm registration and false alarm fines on the county's website. Well, Fulton gets top honors in how it protects the county's water quality and resources.
On behalf of Commissioner Corbin and the Department of Community Affairs, we like to announce that Fulton County is the 28th and newest Water First community in the state of Georgia.
It has been designated as a Water First community by the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. Water First partners demonstrate excellence in everything from wastewater treatment to water reclamation.
Indeed, today is a great day and is such a pleasure to be recognized for this Water First, as a Water First community. I'm a little bit nervous because Miss Denon is very strict. You know, we have to go through all kinds of evaluation with her. And so I wanted to thank my staff, 265 employees of Department of Water Resources. My deputy, I thank you for the work that you have done. That's why we got this recognition.
The county's water department maintains more than 2,300 miles of sanitary sewers and more than 1,200 miles of water lines. It also oversees 1 water treatment plant and 5 reclamation facilities. Looking for a new companion? Well, how about a well-trained shelter dog? Well, Fulton County Animal Services offers Charm School for dogs. CHARM stands for Changing Habits and Reinforcing Manners. The program for shelter dogs is run by professional trainers once a week. It helps train the dog how to greet people who come to visit them at the shelter. Trainer Anna Bettina Johnson tells us how the program works.
There's lots of advantages. The number one being that the dogs get some interaction. The dogs are in their kennels for long periods during the day, so this gives them an opportunity to get out and interact with guests who come and visit them. It also gives them a chance to learn those manners and learn how to interact, but also helps them actually lower their cortisol levels, their stress levels, and calm down in a shelter environment.
Now, it's just one of the many programs designed to get you to adopt a dog. And speaking of adoption, it's free from now until the end of the month. And it includes free spay and neutering, rabies shots, and microchips. And you can stop by the center to find a new friend or call for more information. And still to come on Fulton Today, an end of summer celebration that smells really good. We'll tell you all about it and much more in our district by district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
North Fulton families with transportation challenges get the financial assistance they need at a county library. And in-town seniors celebrate the end of summer. Here's this week's district by district coverage. District 1 Commissioner John Eves pays a personal visit to residents who were assisted in their recent move to better housing. Fulton's housing staff held a meeting with their clients who moved from Villas of the Dome to Regency Park. The county assisted the residents with packing, moving, and child care after learning about major issues with their previous living conditions. The chairman wanted to hear firsthand from residents about their experience.
I want to share with the residents here that I'm concerned, the Board of Commission is concerned, and we want to do what we can to help. And so dollars are here to support them, but more importantly, we want to point them in the right direction to be in permanent housing.
The residents are clients of Fulton's permanent housing program. In District 3, North Fulton Community Charities will deploy its mobile outreach bus to the OC Branch Library. The 35-foot RV serves as an official on-the-road office for families with transportation challenges who need emergency financial assistance.
The mission is to build self-sufficiency and prevent homelessness. And so what we do is we take that service on the road with the mobile unit, and we currently have a caseworker on board every Wednesday, and they help people with financial assistance, emergency financial assistance. And we hope at some point to expand that to also include some of our enrichment programs, which would be job coaching, financial planning, that kind of thing.
The bus will be at the OC branch on Wednesday, August 27th from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., but you will need to make an appointment. You can call 770-360-8897 or visit the North Fulton Community Charities website to get more information or to apply online. In District 5, members of the Darnell Players perform in their latest production at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility. The seniors acted in their creation of Persistence of Memory. The play is based on a book by Mark David Major and performed by participants of the Darnell facility.
The Persistence of Memory.
This production is an eclectic mix of poetry, mime, dance, puppetry, and memoirs that were collected from the members of the cast. We took those stories and made them stage-worthy by staging them, presenting them with choreography, music, and hope that we will entertain everybody with a lot of laughter and pathos and some harmony as well.
I get a chance to express myself through drama. I'm a very artistic person, and I get a chance to spend time with some wonderful, wonderful ladies and a gentleman. We have a young man in our team as well.
While some of the members of the Darnell Players say they wanted to be actors, others say they became a part of the cast as a way to stay active and cognitively sharp. District 6 seniors celebrate the final weeks of summer with an outdoor celebration. The Men of Mills hosted their annual summer cookout, complete with great food and great entertainment.
This is about our third year doing this, and each year in the summer, we try to do something just to let the participants know that the men appreciate for them being here.
The Helene S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility hosts events and programs year-round. The Men of Mills is hoping to get the male participants to join even more events on a regular basis. The facility is located on John Wesley Dobbs Avenue in Southeast Atlanta. And when we come back, tips on keeping our children safe on the road. Stay with us.
Watching Fulton Today.
Protecting our children is a team effort and the mission of the Safe Kids Fulton County Coalition. Well, the coalition recently had a state conference with other safety advocates from around the state. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn explains.
Reduce fatality rates, hospitalizations, and injuries. The purpose of the Safe Kids Fulton County Coalition is to protect children.
We as parents and adults have to take responsibility at all times for the children and kids in the community by not taking unnecessary risks.
During a leadership conference for safety coalitions from around the state, county leaders learned fewer children were killed in car crashes than in years past. However, it's still the #1 cause of death for children 5 to 14 years old. So Safe Kids Fulton County wants to remind parents again, No matter how quick the trip, always, always put children in a safety seat or buckle them up. Parents also should make sure safety equipment around their homes is maintained.
We'd like to see smoke detectors on all levels of homes and smoke detectors tested every year. Make sure they're working order and people have escape plans for in case of fire. We'd also like to see environmental hazards removed or put into place for pool safety.
The Safety in Numbers Conference also stressed the importance of coalitions working together and networking.
We can't do it alone. We actually have to network, and we have to get the word out, not only locally, but nationally and globally.
Our role would be to stay informed, stay updated with new information as it pertains to unintentional injuries or death to children, and get that information out to the community, to the parents, so we can all work together to try to prevent these incidents from happening.
Another tip is to have an infant sleep in the same room but not in the same bed to prevent sudden infant death syndrome. That's because babies don't fall into as deep a sleep as they do when they're alone because of noise in the room. For more helpful tips, contact Safe Kids Fulton County at 404-612-9303. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Residents needing help feeding and taking care of their families get a helping hand. Fulton County Health Services Women, Infant, and Children's Clinic set up farmers markets at the Adamsville and College Park Health Clinics. Hundreds of families received about $30 worth of fruits and vegetables. They also learned how to make healthier meals that prevent diseases.
Some of the common ones is diabetes, obesity, as well as hypertension. And so getting that message out and showing the importance of how produce can help benefit them and reduce those chances, that's what we try to initiate for all our participants.
They gave us a lot of great information about different kinds of vegetables and the different colors and what kind of vitamins you get from it. And that it's very, very important to make sure that you have a plate full of vegetables versus a plate full of meat and breads.
The WIC program also provides health care referrals for low-income pregnant, breastfeeding, and non-breastfeeding postpartum women and their young children. About 268,000 people in Georgia participate in WIC each month. Fulton County provides WIC services at 6 of its centers. For more information, go to the website right there on your screen. Copies of important birth and death documents are now easier to order. The county's Vital Records Office allows people to order certified birth and death certificates online. In most cases, the county's website can also issue birth certificates for other counties in the state. Workers say the process is not only more convenient, but safe as well.
Our residents and our customers are opportunity, and even those who are out of state, the opportunity to order online and have it delivered right to their home by UPS, or they can have an option of having it mailed to them as well.
The online process takes about 10 minutes, and the cost to order the certificates is $25 for the first copy and $5 for each additional copy. For more information, visit this website and click on the Vital Records tab. You can also call 800-317-6654 for additional information. And still to come on Fulton Today, celebrating the life and culture of a popular West African country. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Registration is now open for fall classes at the county's popular art centers. There are a number of classes for people of all ages and interests to take. The classes include dance, drawing, pottery, and acting for children and adults. There are even specific classes for seniors.
We are actually offering an array of new classes. Some of them are West African dance for adults, digital music 2 for adults as well. We are also offering an intermediate advanced modern class. So there are more classes that are new, but those are just some.
Classes are available at 5 locations, including the new Aviation Community Cultural Center. You have until September 12th to register, and classes start September 16th. You can register online at fultonarts.org. And finally, library visitors experience a colorful taste of African culture. The Taste of Ghana event at the Buckhead Library featured dances, stories, and some good food. A family from Ghana even used costumes from their homeland to teach library patrons about their country.
We respect other people's culture. So if we respect other people's culture, then we should also make sure that we also do not take our culture for granted.
I like to do it, and I want other people to learn about my culture. I respect their culture, and I want them to respect my culture too.
Ghana is one of West Africa's most popular tourist destinations. It has a colorful festivals and good beaches. To see a list of all of the events at the library system, go to afpls.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can also email us at fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, find us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.